New York Times reporters Maggie Haberman and Shane Goldmacher have yet another story about Donald Trump basically using donor money to pay his personal expenses. Now, the Times reports that when Mr. Trump kicked off his 2024 campaign back in November, his website noted that for every dollar raised online, 99 cents went to his campaign and a penny went to his Save America PAC. So now, Save America is basically he's treating it as a personal slush fund, essentially. Now, Internet Archival records show that sometime in February or March, he then adjusted that split. Now his campaign share has been reduced to 90% of donations and 10% going to Save America PAC. Which, again, going from 99 to 1 to 90-10, how many more times is it going to change? We don't know. Now, the existence of the group, according to CNN, has allowed Mr. Trump to have small donors pay for his legal expenses, rather than paying for them himself. And to that I say, because of course. Did you really expect Donald Trump to pay his own bills? No, he's going to get his fans to do it. And by the way, they're more than happy to do it. Ask a MAGA guy, like, hey, you cool with paying Donald Trump's legal fees? Paying for his lawyers and stuff, and against this all of this deep state witch hunt hoaxery. And I'm sure they're going to tell you, yeah, yes, we are going to pay his legal bills. Prove me wrong. And by the way, it's legal for him to do. In fact, the Times report indicates that the arrangement allows Trump to skirt around rules declaring that PACs cannot spend money directly on a candidate's campaign, and a campaign committee can't directly pay for things for Trump's personal benefit. And this is how legalized corruption works. Remember, it's not just Trump's campaign. Any campaign can do this. So, now you don't see a lot of other campaigns do this because they're not as, either news does not cover them in this way, and that's entirely possible, or Trump's a special type of personally corrupt, and is the only one who has this many legal fees to need to do this, and is cheap enough to do this. So now, the result is small donors to Donald Trump are stuck paying the bill when he does, let me just say, alleged crime, okay? Funny enough, that's one of the reasons why he keeps doing alleged crime. The other being the fact that he's never seen jail time as a result of, so far, of alleged crime. Okay? He either stiffs his lawyers, declares bankruptcies, or gets one of his PACs to pay it for him. And I think there's really no bigger grift that is going on in politics today than this right here. Now, the report also says in the course of the past year, Save America's coffers were down by over $100 million as it covered Trump and his allies over the course of their legal battles. And that was, by the way, before Trump's indictments this year, both of which he, of course, has been trying to fundraise off of. Because, of course, he is. In February 2022, the PAC announced that it had 122 million coffers. By the beginning of 2023, the PAC's cash on hand was down to just 18 million. The rest have been spent on staff salaries, on the cost of Mr. Trump's political activities last year, including some spending on other candidates and groups, and in other ways. That included the $60 million that was transferred to MAGA Inc., a super PAC supporting Mr. Trump, and more than $16 million going to pay legal bills. Mr. Trump's rivals are not similarly splitting their online proceeds with an affiliated PAC. So Donald Trump's the only one that's doing this. And, of course, legal bills are expensive. Probably why. I mean, look, don't worry, though, MAGA guys. You're paying for it. Again, I doubt you're really going to care, since you support Donald Trump no matter what. The people who are with Trump are used to being suckered and will continue to be suckered, and they'll be happy about being suckered. Well, let's be honest about it. Now, that said, compare that to someone, for example, on the left. If I had found out that Bernie Sanders, who I support, was facing all sorts of legal bills, but then was trying to get donors to pay for them, I would be livid. I'd be furious about it. I'd never get to Bernie Sanders ever again. I'd never give it to anybody who has, who did that if I ever found that out. But see, when it comes to Donald Trump on the right, it's a given. It's absolutely a given. And one more thing, and this report also goes a little bit into how Trump is saving more money that he is directing towards himself and his own legal bills. The report went on to examine how Trump's campaign was saving money by going to events, basically attending events held by others, therefore paid for by others, and failing to really hold his own political rallies. Remember, he used to hold rallies all the time. 2016, 2020, he was holding rallies left and right, and now he's mainly guesting at other people's events. Maybe a bit because it's early in the campaign season. He hasn't really busted that out yet. Don't know. Not sure. But it just seems like he's cheaping out, which is entirely, completely on brand for Donald Trump. Grifter's gonna grift, I guess.